Hello, so this one is called Reading Meditation for Tinnitus, and I make this channel for free. I think most of the YouTube channels out there, not all of them, but most of them, in some way are making money off advertisements or selling services or something like that. And I'm not doing that. I suffered from tinnitus, and it was really, really difficult for me, and at that time, I was looking for hope, and it was hard to find too many people saying that I would get better. And now I realize that you can get better, and I did. So I want to share what I know in hopes that it will help you. Now, I remember when I was trying to go to sleep before that it was really hard for me. And the reason was that I would have racing thoughts, rumination. Just basically, I couldn't stop thinking. And then I would do that all day, and then when it was time for bed, my brain wouldn't go to sleep, and it was really difficult to sleep. Sometimes I had 0 hours of sleep or 1 or 2 hours of sleep. On a very rare occasion, I might get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I would go two weeks sometimes with the maximum 4 hours of sleep. So it was really, really difficult. And one thing I did, I started reading before bed, and that was one of the things that helped me to get my brain back in the good place again. So I wanted to kind of describe. It sounds like a simple thing to do, reading, but it's not so easy when your brain just keeps thinking and thinking and thinking, and you keep hearing the sound of the tinnitus, and then it's like. It's very frustrating, for me, I was like, I want to go to sleep. It's not just for sleep, though. It's also for anxiety. So you keep thinking about the sinus. You can't make the sound go away. I mean, first maybe put the background noise on, and then try to, start reading. I want to kind of talk to you about how I read. Let's say I'm very anxious right now, which fortunately I'm not. But if I was, or I couldn't sleep, I want to go through each sentence. I'm going to kind of give you an example. This is the first sentence from chapter 1 of Huckleberry Finn. You don't know about me without have read a book by the name of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. But that ain't no matter. So if I was really anxious right now, it would be hard for me just to read that sentence, but I would try. I might even speak the words, not the whole time, but like when I start reading, I would actually say the words. You don't know about me without you have read a book by the name. And you see how I'm going through each word of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And maybe if I'm really anxious, I can't even quite get it together what it means. But that ain't no matter, and I'm going to keep going. That book was made by Mr. Mark Twain, and no matter what happens, I have the sound, but I keep reading, and he told the truth mainly. There was things which he stretched, and maybe I keep thinking about the sound again, but then I just keep reading. He stretched, but mainly he told the truth. That is nothing. And what I did is I would just keep reading, and then slowly I wouldn't always speak the words, but I would just do each word, let each word register in your brain. Let me keep reading to you, and hear each word. I never seen anybody but lied one time or another. Without it was Aunt Polly, or a widow, or maybe Mary. So each word is going through your brain. This is a meditation. You're hearing each word. And when you start reading and the anxiety is really high, you might feel like, oh, I don't even know what I'm reading. I can't remember what the last sentence was. Keep reading. and do it, go through each word, say each word, what that one means. And then, Aunt Polly, I'm just finishing the paragraph. Aunt Polly, Tom's Aunt Polly she is, and Mary, and the widow Douglas is all told about in that book, which is mostly a true book with some stretchers, as I said before. Keep reading. And I thought about stretchers. What does that mean, to stretch the truth, to lie? So, you see, you're going through each word and you're getting it in your brain, and you're teaching your brain to focus on the words. And when you start, especially if you're in a really bad state, it might be hard for you to say each word, but just keep saying each word. You don't have to know, you don't have to be able to remember what it means. Maybe you will. I mean, I hope you do. But even if you're having trouble, like, I don't even know what this story is, I'm still thinking about the sound, it's so loud, blah, blah, blah. Okay, stop, read, and go through each word one at a time. And that will start to get your brain in a better place. It's a type of meditation that helps to bring your thinking to the book. And if you keep reading, you'll get better at it. And I finished, I think it was 3 Harry Potter books. I think the third one was pretty long, yeah. And then I think I never got to the next ones, but they were maybe even longer, But, yeah, I even read Harry Potter in Chinese. And that one was even harder for me to concentrate, because it's like, what does that word mean? But I was able to do that with a little help from a teacher. But yeah, so that's just reading meditation. I think you can try it. Reading is a good thing anyway, isn't it? I suggest, what should you read? I suggest something, maybe fiction that's not too important. Like this, like I say, is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Not something too like technical. Don't read a book about tinnitus or read a book about psychology. I mean, you can, but I'm just saying, like, for the purpose of like reading meditation, pick something that's not too serious. It could be like an adventure story, maybe not too much like terror or something. Just something that kind of lets your mind wander. And your mind will get better at wandering in a good way, where you start getting into the story and you remember the words. If you want to, you can read a page again. You don't, if you just totally can't remember what you just read, read it again. You'll do better the second time. So yeah, that's my video about reading meditation. And do you have any books that you would recommend if I was gonna read something, or other people were going to read something to sort of meditate? Again, I'm just telling you my point of view. You can disagree or whatever, but I really think like something fiction that's not too serious is a good one, just to let the mind wander. So science fiction's fine, or adventure. History sometimes is interesting if it's a history story. But yeah, maybe pick one of the classics, can be good. So, okay, I wish you well, and I hope you can get your brain wavelength tuned in to this world again a little bit more clearly, and put that sound of tinnitus world behind you a little bit more, maybe with reading a little bit more. Try it. Okay, have a good one. See you.